quite rarity these days to have, more than 5 outfits out of one red carpet that are worthy of discussion. So when the opportunity presents itself, I'm not going to say no. Coucou, my name is Anastasiia and welcome to my YouTube channel. So as you have already realized, today we are doing a red carpet review, but not any red carpet. We're going to be talking about SAG Awards 2024. And if you have been on this channel for any particular amount of time, or if you have watched at least one review of mine before, you know that the way I do it is not talking each and every outfit one by one, although I will be discussing them in certain detail, but rather analyzing the red carpet as a whole and putting the outfits into the category. It makes more sense for us as, regular people, because this helps to point out the trend that we further down the line can incorporate into our life, into our wardrobes, or at least into our knowledge canvas, whichever one you prefer. I've talked enough as it is, and without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with the actual color of the year, whatever Pantone says, I'm not here to care. We have ladies and red, and we have all different kinds of red. We have bright red, we have classy red, cherry red, maroon red, red and magenta pink together, you name it. In terms of names and the brands, we have Reese Witherspoon and Alice Saab couture, very uncharacteristically minimal for Alice Saab, but I guess if you are Reese Witherspoon, you can get whoever do whatever for you. Then there is Emily Blunt in custom Louis Vuitton. No matter how cool is the dress, it's such a pity that the contract she has with Louis Vuitton didn't let her make it to the Valentino. We would have literally had a Devil of Prada, like 3 out of 3 references. And speaking of Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep in custom Prada look. And as you might have noticed, Prada is very actively promoting this particular pattern, like print pattern. It was present in their couture. Was it couture or was it spring summer ready to wear? I'm not sure. I'm putting the correct info down on the screen somewhere. Then it started coming in onto the red carpets in the forms of the caftans, the gowns, and they're always couture, which leads me to the question whether it's a brand pushing the print or the celebrities and their stylists generally finding it endearing, trendy, whatever. It's a desire from their part to participate into using this particular pattern. But I digress. Ariana Greenblatt in custom Vera Wang. This very well might be my very favorite look of the night. It's a strong contender, mind you. Also Halle Bailey in custom Dolce & Gabbana. She is kinda going out of her Disney princess era, but she's doing it very, slowly, with no harsh movements whatsoever, and honestly, I think she's doing a great job in here. Molly Gordon and Miu Miu. Love this dress. There's something about it that's giving Catherine Zeta-Jones in the beginning of her career. So Nicole Behaire in Greta Constantine and Lily Gladstone in Armani Privé. Those are not all of the red looks, there were more, but those are the ones that I find worthy of sharing here with you. Moving on to the next category, which I've called nymphs. And honestly, if it's still not a core, then, well, why? What I mean by the nymphs is that a thorough kind of appeal, very flowy silhouettes, usually either sparkles or embroidery that kind of helps to imitate the water. Very muted color palette like the white, the grays, the blues, sometimes green tones, nothing too bright or bold. First and foremost, here we have Greta Lee wearing the row, and she's a knit girl of the season, and that is a non-negotiable. Then there is Emma Stone in, of course, Louis Vuitton. I suppose Selena Gomez in custom Atelier Versace. I would also put Jennifer Aniston, Celine over here, and icon. When Jennifer Aniston meets Celine on her way to the red carpet, it's gonna be good. Elizabeth Debicki in custom Armani Privé. Love this one. I love how the décolletage of this area, as well as the size of the dress, kind of very unnoticeably by the eye melt into her skin. Like, it almost looks like the dress is basically dissolving on her, like while she's wearing it. Edith Ziegler wearing vintage Alexander McQueen from 2003. If that is Maddie's application to Fashion Girls Club, I will for once wholeheartedly give her invite and accept whatever she wants for bringing this dress to the red carpet once again. The last very settled down one here, but the one that might be very useful in terms of the inspirations for, you know, your evening cocktails or weddings or prom is Nicole Bride and Bloom in Acris. I love the shade of the midnight blue of this dress. Next category is, so to say, an always, like a forever red carpet staple, and I'm talking about what people usually refer to as an old Hollywood, but basically when they're saying old Hollywood, they usually mean a mix of 1930s and 1950s Hollywood. You know, where would we be without them? We have a number of ladies here, but I have picked this further 8 because I found them the most interesting, memorable, and also flattering. Here we have the only golden statuesque of the night. Usually there are more. That is Carey Mulligan in custom Armani Privé. We have Jessica Chastain also in Armani Privé. Armani tends to kind of dominate this particular category of dresses. Marco Ferrero in custom Christian Dior kind of reminds us all that Dior can still do beautiful garments. Unlike the recent Christian Dior Fall Winter 2024 collection, that one doesn't. That was hurtful. Anyway, back to the good stuff. Davine Joy Randolph in custom Baldwin Shahidi, gorgeous dress. Naomi Watts, also in Christian Dior couture. She is more on a Judy Garland musical style of Hollywood. Tracy Ellie Ross in custom Balmain. The silhouette of this jacket is to die for. I also want to put Carrie Pittman in Richard Quinn over here. Well, first and foremost, thank you for bringing Richard Quinn to the red carpet, and second of all, like, the shape of this dress, the décolletage area, the way it looks with the diamonds and with her short hair, it's amazing. I love everything about this look. We are almost done and moving on to the last, but by no means the least category, is the one that put as fashion girls who took the risk. But you know, whether the risk, well, paid off or not, it is up to discussion. Starting with obviously the Barbie of it all, Margot Robbie in Schiaparelli couture. Like, whatever happened between the sketch and the final garment, it must have been tragic, because I don't even know what words I can use here. Moving on to the better things, Ayo Edebiri in Luar. I love the very uncharacteristic placement of, well, it's not gingham, is it gingham? Can we call this print gingham? I would call it gingham. Anyway, of a very uncharacteristic placement of the gingham, which is very daily casual print, onto something that is, you know, a red carpet, full-on floor maxi gown with a trend. And also it's one of the rare occasions where I'm not upset that she kept the hood of the dress, you know, down. In comparison as how the dress were presented on the runway. I feel like it makes it more regal in a way, and you know, suits the overall outfit. Then we have Anne Hathaway in Atelier Versace Couture from 2015, and you know, it's not just any blue, it is cerulean, where we are getting a second out of, you know, 3 possible Devil Wears Prada references. I love the fact that she is referencing Devil Wears Prada. I love that they fleshed out this Versace dress because she's a Versace ambassador out of the archives, but very much so unfortunately, do I like the dress itself? I do not. I feel like there is too much going on in the upper part of the dress, like the décolletage area, the cutout, the kind of 3D steams around the bralette, like a huge oversized belt, all of that, and then just, you know, a little flowy skirt. It doesn't really make sense in terms of proportions for me, so As much as I love the fact that they were trying to create an iconic moment, the dress itself probably shouldn't see the light of the day again, but you know, here we are. Next we have Brie Larson in also Atelier Versace. I believe this one is custom, and like peachy pass, whatever is the color of the 2024 according to Pantone named. Once again, I'm putting the correct name on the screen. Whatever this color is, it will be the end of me, because I close to never find it flattering, but on basically anyone. The silhouette is kind of a vibe. It's not usual for Versace, but I like it. Billie Eilish wearing Vivienne Westwood, and you would never guess that it's Vivienne Westwood if not for a little, you know, orb, or so I think anyway. She is definitely in her geek chic era, and you know, absolutely unapologetically bringing it to the red carpets. Like, do I like the idea? Yes. Can it be done better? I mean, bringing the geek chic to the red carpets, like, also yes. Oh, this is a very example of bringing geek chic. I do not question, because it looks absolutely appropriate and red carpet worthy. And I'm talking about Joking wearing Givenchy. We also have Storm Raid in custom Balmain. I'm not a flower girl, but these flowers I would take any day. Like, look at the shape of this dress. If Olivier Rousteing knows how to do one thing, is to create a beautiful shaped like sculpturesque dress. Louisa Jacobson wearing Louis Vuitton, obviously. I mean, it's a yes to a leather kind of pleated bodice for me. Last look I want to put into this category and into this video, like in general, is Belle Powley in Chanel. And honestly, this is the only Chanel look I believe that made it to the final cut of this video, purely because I feel like Belle just sold it to me. Her overall aesthetic, posing, makeup, hair, everything helps her not to look like a cupcake. Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the end of today's red carpet overview. If we are doing the favorites, and if we are doing only 3, to make it more difficult on myself, obviously, who would I put in there? Ariana Greenblatt in Vivienne Westwood, non-negotiable. Greta Lee wearing the Raw, that was amazing. On the 3rd place, I equally want to put Aya Edebury in Loire, but I also cannot skip the moment that is Maddie Ziegler in vintage Alexander McQueen, so they would be sharing. And with that being said, if you like this video, you can subscribe to this channel or something. Also leave me a like, check out my other social medias if you like the vibes, and other than that, I'll see you in the next one, so bye bye!